and I thought it might be kind of fun. I had mentioned a little bit in our last Wednesday about how I felt that the Talon EA has helped me a great deal with some of my counter trend trading, and so I thought it might kind of just be a kind of a neat thing to go over Talon a little bit, what it does, and then I see that William's on here, so William might be able to help me a little bit as well if I miss something in the explanation. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's it's been something that's really helped me. I feel, um, especially with routine. Making sure that I'm checking my 1, 2, 3s, um, and having patience, and then also building into the trades. And so kind of with that, I was just hoping to maybe kind of go through my process a little bit, and if the market's willing, hopefully, yeah, um, make some headway. Got a little bit of making up to do on my last phase of my FTMO uh, live challenge. So, um, and then yeah, so we'll kind of start there. Here, let's see. And if for you guys that don't have the fast or didn't know that the fast track does include the access to our AI or caddy trader caddies. So let's see here. All right, and I'm operating off of one screen here, so can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes.
Awesome. So way that I've set up my trading is to scale in and out, build positions, hopefully get some good counter trend trading. But I've got the or the dollar yen pulled up here, and if I can move that around, so let's see. I was hoping I can maybe minimize that even smaller, but maybe not. So I always have the 1 and the 5 minute time chart pulled up. This would be a MetaTrader 5. So our first checklist on before we get into a trade is always to try to establish trend. Now, when I used to go all the way to like the daily when I would try to establish my trend. And a neat little tidbit that I learned from David just is that you want to keep in mind the time frame that you plan on trading, because that trend could go to, we'll pull, so I always start with a 5 minute time chart, right? Try to establish trend, but I could go all the way to say the daily, and it might be I might see a different historical data that might throw me off as far as a different trend, right? So typically won't go that high don't go that high any longer unless I'm really looking for a very important action point. So I usually do it the 5 minute as well, just here, kind of establish our trend, looking for higher highs, higher lows, right, or lower highs and then higher lows. Here we've got a pretty good, looks like bullish trend, right? Yeah, I would say, with higher highs, higher lows, breaking through action points. Then I would come to the 30 minute. Right. still within, looks like it's hitting that, getting close to hitting, if not hitting that that trend line. But again, I'm still seeing those higher highs, higher lows. But I do have a hit an action point here. Could look to establish, start to establish some lower highs here. And then I plan on being for the market for about an hour. And so I just really want to look what this pressure is doing. We can clearly see that we've got a pretty good long trend, right, to the long side. So all in all, right now, I would establish that my trend would be more onto the buys, right? It's a long trend, got those higher high, higher lows. It's broken through, specific action points or resistance, right? Form new support levels. So yes, I would definitely say, okay, looking at a long trend. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. And so now that I've established my trend, now it's time for bias, right? So bias would be, what direction am I going to trade in at this moment? Now, I have in mind, okay, that there's upward pressure, right? Upward trend, a lot of buyers in the market, in this market, or have been. But what is truly going to be my bias, right? Am I going to be shorting? Am I going to be going long during this time? And so what I typically do for bias is that I will jump down to a lower time charts, such as this 5-minute here. Try to establish for, again, what am I hitting specific action points? What's the price action doing, together? We've got a pretty good run here to the short side. So a nice thing to kind of look and see, okay, what are we doing with our 50% roll, on that run? So it's clearly closed, or has closed thus far below the 50% of this run. So I kind of have a good idea of, well, even though my trend is long, right? And especially since I'm looking for maybe for some counter trend action. I could see some selling opportunities, right? Visual person, you'll see all these previous action points drawn, but I do come down to where the time chart that I'm going to execute my trades on, and I start to draw these action points. Okay, so we've obviously got this guy here, here. Again, just a very visual, helps me hit, okay, where are those decision points going to be made, or more likely to be made. So I kind of get my, I guess you'd say, levels, right, in the market. And got that guy. I had him. And then as I zoom out, typically, again, these should really coincide with other action points that we've seen earlier with this pair. So now that I've got my action points, I'm looking again more than anything at right now this run, this long downward run, knowing that it has not closed above the 50% level. But I also am going to be paying attention, of course, to the 1 or the 0, the 1, 2, 3s, right? We've got a 0 here, a 0 here, or 0 here, or 1. No, if I'd maybe count that as a 2. For me, I wouldn't. And then we've got our 2 here. So we're looking at that, at the very least, this, the second real test of that support, or excuse me, resistance area. But now that I have the, my bias again for the short term is going to be more to the short side. Now bias, of course, can be wrong, right? We have to, and it's where we really start to pay attention to our action points, and the price action. 50%, not only just on this run here, but also on the individual candles. Candles that was something that we'll definitely be paying attention to. But now that I've established trend and bias, right? Now with Talon, of course, we need to look at what our price cycles are going to be. And if we have our price cycles pretty on point with our calculation, I usually just go 5 price cycles. But when we start trading, we will notice that if we're on with our price cycles, that that Talon will actually start to layer trades, pretty close, if not right onto those action points. So I want to do in price cycles. So I wish MT5 had a continuous draw tool or option. But I'm just going to start from here. So we've got about 7 on that. Price cycle up. Come in plus. This guy on the downside, it's about 4. And this is, again, another thing that I really like with Talon, because it makes it very simple for me, because I just am able to put in those the price cycles. Once I've got them calculated here, and I will show you guys. Six, so three. I think that was 5. Are you guys keeping track or count? I'll do another one just to be safe. 3. But about 5 price cycles is what I'll calculate here. And just divide it by 5. So on average, we've got about 6 price cycle move. So now this is the Talon order bar on section. For you guys that have traded with Alveo, you'll notice a lot of similar. You got your Magneto take profit, stop losses. On this $100,000 account, I do have my entry lot selected as a quarter lot, 0.25. But now that I've established my price and time cycles, I'm now ready to put in my price cycles. And I'm just roughly going to go about 6 on the price cycle. Now the thing is trying to find an appropriate section to counter trend trade. A lot of times I'll notice I'll get in with a with a good PTP, but that's not building into our trade. So some additions that William has done, which I really love, is the ability to place some manual trades in. If if it just starts going in the direction of the trade right off of the first order. With a lot of the prop firms challenges, I mean, you're going to have obviously a stop loss put in. I had thought it was a stop loss and take profit, but many of you guys have let me know that not the case with FTMO as far as the take profit. But just to be safe, this once we get into a trade, this will actually allow us to it will actually put in a take profit and stop loss. Now I'm going to go ahead and sell into this market just to get started. We'll notice that yes, we do have a stop loss. We have a take profit in. If we look here, we do have this previous candle had closed below the previous candlestick's low. A good indication that our trigger to get into a trade. If we're abiding by the 50% rule, we'll be looking for engulfing candles, things like and also 3-bar reversals. I did place another manual trade in because again, if it just starts running, we want to make this somewhat worth the time. Let's see what we've got here going. Now, how many of you guys are familiar with the 50% rule? I'm sorry, I need to get here. Oh, it was updated today. Feel free to speak as well, because it might be easier for me to answer questions or interact as opposed to the chat since I'm on the one screen. Pretty much everybody should be pretty familiar with 50% rules, right? Now, one of the things that I do really enjoy about Talon is that in the case, let's say, I need to have my parent trade start to build into levels, say at this point, I can now close out that parent trade, put another trade on in this point right here, which maybe I might do, just see if we can't get a little bit of a build or bump off of this action point here. See, but now my parent trade will start to trigger off my price cycles based upon now this new parent trade. And if we can get a little bit of a bump, maybe that other test to this area, obviously be fantastic. For those who are not familiar with what how Talon will work, and hopefully we'll get be nice. Hopefully we're able to get a little bit of a pullback here so we can start to build a couple levels, but it will go 10 levels or layers deep with 2 trades per level. So level 1 will have 2 trades, level 2 will have 2 trades, and so on and so forth. But what it will do is it'll automatically place those trades for us, and it will go half of this lot size of my entry lot, right? So level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 will have 0.13 as far as the volume goes. Where it gets exciting and we're really able to start to make some money is in those the fourth, after the 4th level and above, because it will double that volume, right, and double that lot size. So people who are using Talon, definitely highly recommend getting the break even indicator. definitely is helpful. Yeah, with not only with finding out, okay, where's our bailout if we get, because if you get into 8 and 9 levels, and I know a lot of traders maybe are, at that point really might be freaking out a little bit. um but again, we're getting to that point, we really are looking, okay, how do we take the power back from the market, right? Especially with me, with my psychology, I want to try, yeah, if I'm in that deep, last thing I want to do is get into more of that hope and pray trade. But so far I've been pretty good with my bias, which again, good thing, but really looking for an area where we can get a pop-up, and get a little pop-up where we can start to build into the into the into this market here. Let's just jump over here, see what we got as far as historical data, where our next pop might be. Also, I'm really enjoying trading view. Just I don't really like the charting, how it's laid out in MT5. So if you guys are anything like me, don't, if it's a little clunky on the MT5, highly recommend the trading view. It kind of gives a little bit better outlook, I think. And then yeah, we got a great free version. I've yet to really explore the paid version yet, but gosh, you can go all the way down to 1 second with the candles on the paid version. Have any of you guys, are any of you guys using that paid version? Is there any benefit of going down and to that real micro level of like the 1 second, 5 second candle?
I'm doing 30-second charting.
And how's that working for you? Do you like it? Do you feel that gives you that little better understanding of the price?
Yeah, I got more setup trades to enter the market better than the 1 minute chart.
Nice. Yeah, I might have to just bite the bullet and get it. even it's just so cool. I mean, gosh, I remember like, when I first started trading, it was, I mean, that wasn't even an option, right? And well, and I know that so many of our traders that are as old as David is yeah, actually, how to call on the rotary phone and place their order with their broker and draw their charting, right? Oh, kind of cool, but we're hopefully, yeah, coming to a point, I would say, where hopefully we can start to get maybe a nice little bounce, right, to the long side, and start to build into a couple of levels here. William, yeah, they'd mentioned that there was an update, so I wasn't able to see that yet. What anything new on the update that we should know, or anything
Now
exciting?
you have a button to put the Talon on manual trade only, so it will not build the fade on the fading. So you can use it just to click the sell, buy, close, magneto, and all those buttons. But it will not put trades while the price goes against you.
Oh, nice. So you can use all the features on the order panel without having to do a counter trend.
Yeah, that's correct.
Ooh, all right. That's cool. I love that. William, my friend, we were talking about a little bit in the past about doing the second and maybe third uh, um, sessions, classes. How are you coming there? Are you ready to go, or?
let's do the last week of September
Last week of
for me.
September. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. If you wouldn't mind, yeah, just go ahead and fill out the chart. I'll post the chart or the list again with our trading, the sign up.
Okay.
But yeah, just a quick reminder. And I believe Khalid as well. Yeah, just to kind of keep it so my brain can remember. Yeah, go ahead and just re-sign up again. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, look, probably should have started smacking the market more. Definitely should have here, building into these trades to test this this action point here. Well, we've got a definite consolidation, area here. I mean, I'm just, at this point, just kind of banking a little profits, right? And knowing how this market has been, possible test to this level here, maybe get a well, yeah, maybe possible 2 price cycle move or more, which we'll take, right? Can't complain. How many trades would Duke have at this point right now, do you think, Duke?
I don't really do by number of trades anymore. I do by lot size.
A lot, yeah.
Because the prop firms complained.
Oh yeah, too many, overloading their systems, they say.
Right. So if you started at 0.25, I would probably be around one lot right now.
A lot.
Yeah.
And definitely would have been in the money, for sure.
Well,
Yeah, I haven't gotten that warning yet. But again, yeah, haven't really been smacking a whole lot in there, so I think I'm gonna take this profit maybe and build and see if I can get a push or a little pullback to this or my parent trade there, see if we can't get a little level build in here. Probably not the best trade placement because if you notice, it did not close above 50% of this previous candle at all. Now, it didn't break the previous candles either. But with these, it looks like a pretty good support line or action point. So hopefully, yeah, what my thought would be is might be a good chance to start to build a level here or a couple. If we get to this point right here, be great. There's a quick test and build some layers and win while lose. But I've really been trying to keep my trading simple, right? Just simplify it. Yeah, adhere to my 3 rules. The rule of 3, 50% rule, and really try to trust what I'm seeing in the market, trust my gut, you know, again, love the adaptations or the adjustments to where I can still have the manual trade in. I can place my parent trade, you know, somewhere else. Because now, again, kind of playing with just house money, right? And hopefully we can get this to buy, get this to build a little bit here. While we're waiting for that, I've still been getting a couple of questions for some traders about like the differences between apiary and trades of funds. And you know, haven't been on the Trader on the Street website for a good while. I don't know as far as the education that they're offering. They've always had great education, but again, differences is that you know we are really focused on helping you learn the techniques to not only be a better trader, but you know the whole thing is to get you funded through multiple prop firms, right, and start forexing your forex accounts. Whether it's using just technical analysis, off a coupling of some fundamentals, we'll be doing a little bit more on fundamental analysis here in the future. Got a pretty, I got a colleague who's pretty versed as well. That's going to says he's going to be free probably sometime October to teach a couple classes, because I think they you know obviously they go hand in hand, and just great to know. But you know, real differences of course will be that you know that yeah, here we are going to focus on getting you funded regardless of which account, right, or whichever prop firm. That's a big thing with the fast track that I think Pete and Duke and Josh and everybody doing the mentoring classes. You know, they've been through it, right? They've been through the different majority of these prop firms, done a lot of research. And so if you haven't yet, and it's something that that you could possibly swing, you know, enrolling in the fast track, you essentially get pretty much everything that we have here. You'll have that mentoring, you'll have those funding classes or those funding mentor classes with the guys. You know, pretty much everything that we have here, you know, minus the one-on-one for the hot seat. So get with me if you have questions about it. David has still he's still allowing me for you know, just while we have the spots available to give the discount. So instead of the $29.97, still able to do the $9.97. But even if you know if somebody needed you know help with that, yeah, just get in touch and let me know. There for certain traders, we'd rather get you started. Don't want to put someone behind the 8 ball on the financial side. So I've been able to even do some payments on that. But highly recommend that fast track. Why there's still spots available. Did fill a hot seat membership, but I did get with David, and he is willing to do one more. So if the hot seat is something you want that mentoring right from David, and you know obviously building camaraderie with the guys that are in the hot seats, and having them real help you with that hot seat community. Yeah, if that's something that you're interested in, you can obviously let me know as well, because yeah, I did get him to stretch it to doing one more person as well. So well, looks like we're hopefully going to get that next test. I can't get this to build a level for the life of me. But sometimes that's how it goes, especially with the slower market moving here. Let's see, come out here. I would say we're pretty close to getting that third test, right? Well, let's see, we've got 0, 1, and 2. So this could possibly be that third test to that support level. You guys seeing the same thing as I am? Here's our 0, here's our 1, here's our 2. Or would you guys count this as 1, 2, and 3? Yep. Got a pretty good M, right? Possibly forming. Yep. Nice little M there.
Hey, Jimmy, this is Megan. I got a Talon question. Can I
Sure.
throw it out real quick?
Oh yeah, yeah. Be a
Um,
great place to do so.
So I don't remember, but my Talon is on my Euro USD right now, but now I'm looking at the UJ. I have to take it off of the oh my gosh, my computer. Do I have to take it off of my Euro and in order to put it on the UJ, or how does that work?
I, as a rule of thumb, I only do one currency pair, one chart, but again, I'm going off of when Talon first started.
Okay.
I think that was adjusted. Is that right, William?
Yeah, with the latest version that I put today, you can have both Talon on the same currency pair and just put one of them in manual trade and the other one you can put it on counter trade.
Okay.
So, but you can only use Talon on counter trade one currency at a time.
Okay, that's I would only use it on one currency, but do I have to take it off the Euro screen in order to load it on the UJ?
No,
Okay,
no.
leave it on there and then just don't trade them both.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And does it have to be set to, does that say, for example, if she's getting a counter trend on the UJ, does the Euro pair have to be set to the manual, or as long as there's no trades on, she should still be okay?
Well, you can leave both on counter trend, but don't trade the two at the same time because it will screw up the layering.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So for safety, you can put one on manual trade and the other one in counter trade, and you'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes. I just want to build a layer for you guys. Just want to build a layer. We're getting a pretty good, maybe I should have adjusted my price cycle. Could have been. And I had not downloaded the latest version, so hopefully that's not the issue there. It should still build a layer, the layers though, correct, William?
Yeah, you can see the logs on what is the building of the layer on the export tab.
Oh yes, yes.
If you turn on the log thing on, yeah, right now it's off. You have to go to you have to go to setting and turn it on, because by default it's off, just to not send that many things on the settings on this.
Oh, on Talon here.
Yeah, on property, scroll down. You gotta go to print the log on the export tab.
All right, here.
Yeah, set it to true.
Oh, is it true? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Click
then,
OK.
and then okay, gotcha. All right.
You see?
Nice. Oh, awesome, awesome.
So you gotta open up the window in order to see the level 1 when it's going to be hit.
Oh, so now it just reset it. So now it will. If I start, I have to re-put this in here, right? My cycle.
Yeah, to press the sell and buy, yes.
Yes, yes. So this current parent trade is not active to build a level.
No, but you put any price cycle there, and you can start pressing the button. Yeah. Yeah, and you can spread. You see?
Now it will activate, right?
The what?
My levels. Or this,
They're already activated, but the thing is that the master trade.
Mhm.
Go to the expert tab to see which one is the lever. No, on the expert tab, open up that window.
Let's see, open up this window.
Yeah, make it bigger.
Oh, okay.
You see the level one will be on 147.19.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
When the price hit that number, it will start building trade.
Which wouldn't be, I guess, too bad, because that would be, let's see, 141.9. So we would be approximately about this price cycle here, or this action point right here.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's still not going to build yet.
Right. Have to hit somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I have noticed, so yeah, it's like sometimes with this manual trade, stop loss and take profit. I didn't hit.
But you can use the
Magneto, right?
Yeah. Magneto to put some.
Just kind of go wherever and then boom. Now, is that going to change this parent trade? Its price cycle?
Right now, no.
No.
Go to the expert tab to see if it changed. Make it bigger. Yeah, it changed.
It did?
Make it bigger. I think it did. No, it's still the same.
Still
147 done. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's on the new version. I think I fixed that when I grabbed the information from the first trade that you put that is a master trade.
Yeah.
And then you can change the stop loss to whatever you want, and it will not change this.
The price cycle. That's awesome. That is so cool. Very helpful for just an old iron worker like myself who wanted to be a trader. I can weld you whatever you want. But yeah, when it comes to some technology, you get a little slow sometimes. But I think I'm in a pretty good position for it to, start to start to build a nice low level. At the very least to come and test this area. So getting pretty close to that where it should start to activate.
Say that again, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I said I think that I'm still in a pretty good position to start to build levels to the short side. Unless it closes above the 50% of this, which we're getting pretty close there. But at that point, then it might be starting to look, okay, what do I need to do to fix some trades? I do want to get that out of there though, just in case.
Hey Jimmy, do you normally trade this time of night, or do you have a preferred time that you like to trade?
Just depends. Not really preferred time of trading, because as we, market's just super slow. But with September coming or being here, might start to see. But usually about 7 o'clock, well, 6 or 7. So yeah, 7 Central is when I'd like to jump into this and into this market, and be part of Duke's night trading. But yeah, kind of slow going, right? At
Yeah.
this point.
Cool, thanks.
Duke, you sent me something about your class this evening about scalping, right? I thought I saw that pop up. But this will have to probably more likely be a continuation of yeah, update of what happens here with these trades. Just again with the market slowing down a little bit. But any other questions? We'll maybe kind of open up questions, comments, how things are going with you guys. A couple of the guys that I'm gonna really focusing on becoming a better presenter and teacher. So and to help a couple of the guys like Darren, Eugene, a couple of guys. So got a few guys that we're gonna be getting together. The plan is Tuesdays and Thursdays for some night trading. You're probably after Duke's session. But yeah, if you guys feel like guys want to jump in, would definitely be helping me a great deal to be yeah, a better teacher and presenter. But that's something that I'm going to be doing. So we'll do tomorrow. I'll post it in the Discord. Again, just kind of right after Duke's session. Don't want to conflict with his training. But yeah, if you guys feel like jumping in with us, really want to kind of just rehash on, hey, having confidence in what we're seeing in the market, being able to execute off of what we're seeing, and just yeah, hopefully my goal is to get my good friend Darren Higgins past that 2-week trial, and then that way we can start to make some money there for him. So if you guys feel like if you guys want to, again, kind of just open thing, yeah, more than happy to have you guys come in after Duke's after Duke has schooled us on what we should be doing, and hopefully we don't do the opposite. Yeah, kind of slow, but I thought it would be a good thing with Talon. Yeah, kind of just go over a little bit of it since I've been using it so much. And then obviously if you guys have any questions about differences, or well, one question I was getting is, hey, some traders that were with API are kind of wondering, hey, should I just go with you guys? And obviously that's preference of what your budget would do. If possible, I do recommend, if you can, do both. Like I said, API and Sean, those guys always have great education, just a great group of traders. I think you get the most if you can do both, but I am biased, obviously here. I can assure you, if $50 a month, even if it's just you doing a paid membership to trade the fund for the $50, if you're kind of on the fence of what to do, you will get a lot, right? You get, I know for a fact we're the only place where you can get 15 hours of live trading with a professional trader for $50, each week. You do have access to Discord and all recordings as well. But yeah, if you're one of those traders who are, with apiary, trader on the street, but just kind of just wondering what to do if you can't do both, again, just whatever makes this best sense for you. I know you get the most benefit, you could do both, but if not, again, we'd love to have you here. Get a lot of bang for your dollar, as far as if the budget just is only for $50. So. But yeah, I'm going to continue to monitor this trade. I'll record it and post what how I finished out. Looks like I'm probably going to need to update Talon. I'm building levels, but sometimes that's how it goes. Wished would have been able to again build some layers, but I didn't have it turned on. So if you have questions about the AIs, Bot Central is a great place if you already have them. And if not, I'd say, yeah, call to action, join the fast track that we have here. You have access to all of the coursework, AIs, pretty much everything that we offer, funding, mentoring, classes, live trading with David, night trading, all for, again, I know for very minimal cost as far as trading education. We'll be with you every step of the way. Making sure that you're able to not only get funded, but gosh, get multiple funded accounts where you can start to 2x and 4x your accounts. But with
Hello,
that,
Jimmy.
Yep. Go ahead. Shoot.
Yeah,
Okay.
Curtis here.
Hey.
Hey, so most people probably haven't heard my voice ever besides you because you took my money. And now I wasn't an
Well, that's a shame
apiary.
because people need to hear your voice more often, my friend. It's a beautiful voice. So
So I wasn't apiary, but I did find Dave through Trader on the Street. And for my money, at $50 a month with no sign up fee of thousands, of course.
Yep.
This is by far the best out here that I found. Also, including that is that you're not waiting hours every time to set up a trade. Right. When we go to work, we go to work.
Right.
Like, are we buying or are we selling? We get on the computer, 6:15, we're buying or we're selling. If you look at a lot of other places, it's wait, we're waiting. No, this isn't our trade setup. This isn't it. This is the only place that I've found that I go, well, if I'm getting up at 6 a.m, I want to do something.
Right.
And that's what we do.
Yes, sir.
and for now, I'm Canadian, so for my $75 a month, because you guys' money is just crazy, but there's nothing like it out there.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. No, and that's really what Dave has always wanted to do, right? Is, kind of cut the fluff. Hey, how do we get in the market, make money, trade for a couple hours, and then be done, right? Because, not only able to do what you'd like to with the rest of your day, but, the over trading is the real thing, right? And that's one big thing with the Forex. Your Forex, in the fast track, is how can we hit 1% even faster, right? 1 or 2% even faster. And but yeah, getting in there and getting to work, right? Evaluating our 1, 2, 3s, getting that 50% roll, get in there, let's get the action going, right? And as opposed to the fluff or just, oh nope, that's not it, because there's multiple ways, as we all know, to make money in the market, right? And so appreciate that. Thank you, good sir. And I think to answer your question that you'd sent to me, you will have access and should have access to all of the courses altogether. So I have not been able to check to see, but that FIB course that Dave is doing, I'll double check and see if it's all completed, but I know that he was actually adding quite a bit to it. Not only the fib retracement, the trading during the news events, but also his version of scaling in and out, or his version, his take on the wobble. But you will have you will have access to that advanced course as well with your fast track.
So
Good.
Jimmy,
Mhm.
question based on this, is there
Yeah.
something that Trade the Fund offers for $50 a month without the $997 sign up fee?
Yeah, so for new traders that are coming in, basically if they want to just have like kind of the base program, they can just be a member, and they would get access to David's live trading and then access to the recordings.
So what benefit is there to paying the $997?
Yeah, the $997 includes all the AIs, so all the bots. It also includes fast track the courses, right? So the frac. Now some traders had purchased like just the courses before, when we were pushing when we were helping Sean with the growth challenge. So that doesn't change for them, but as a new trader that comes in, they would only have, for $50 a month, they have access to David's live training, and then all the recordings.
Okay.
Yeah,
None
yeah.
of the
Kind of like the base thing with
Okay.
the 997 fast track. You get the AIs, you get the fund, or get the mentoring classes, with David, or with Josh, ref repeat with Duke, when they do those funding classes. Also access to the technology, like the help with the trade copiers, and basically the 997 gives access to everything but the hot seat.
Okay, awesome. I have a couple of friends I'm trying to get to sign up. So yeah, $50 a month might be something they could start with. And it's great that they don't have to pay the extra 700 now to get access to the AIs.
Yeah. Well, so that would be if they do want the AIs, then that would be the part of the fast track. So they would pay the 997 and get access to, that's what they would have access to the AIs. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
But
Well,
then you can also, if you want, send them my way. I am still doing what we call our sneak peek. So if your friends and family want to kind of just check it out for a couple of weeks, they get free access to Trade the Fund. And if they cancel, no problem. We actually do have a free version that they could be on. Would include, like, watching Dave. It would be some access to Discord, like this Wednesday night class. But if they continue, then it's just put them on the $50 for the membership as well. But it does give them 2 weeks for free to kind of dip their toe in and see if it's something for them.
all right. Well, I have a couple of friends that I'm going to twist their arms.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it doesn't cost them anything to check it out, right? And so, get with me and let me know. Might even just be able to send you the link, and they can sign up on the sneak peek.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yep. Any guys that have people like that, maybe they're kind of new to the market, or they've kind of been through like a lot of us, gosh, done everything under the sun, and are maybe a little weary but still want to get into trading. Let me know. Again, that sneak peek is an awesome way to kind of get them to see what we do here, and again, we're confident that once they start to see how you guys all are doing and interact, and how just everybody's been doing it, the fun and learning and applying knowledge. Great way for people who are kind of on the fence but want to get back into trading to check it out and see if it's a good fit, which I think we all could agree that it definitely is. If somebody's serious about trading, there's not a better place to be. I'm gonna post right here. I will post the sign up sheet. Let's get some more signups for this Wednesday night class, so I don't have to bore you guys to death. anymore. And and yeah, let's keep on learning and applying. And let's make some money. Let's get to the $100,000, $200,000 accounts. I appreciate you guys. Any other questions or comments before I let you guys get to bed? All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for putting up with me.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Nothing but love, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully, yeah, see you tomorrow morning.
Have a good night, guys.
You guys, see ya. Thanks so much.